Okay. Hello, Internet. This is Ishan, and this is the Noteless podcast. With me today is Gregory, Sasha. Greg, for anyone who doesn't know you yet, who are you, what do you make, and where are you based out of?
Yeah, I'm from Toronto, Canada. I got I got lots of things on the go, always, So these days, I don't know. I'm making some of my own music. I'm helping friends with their music. I'm doing a bit of everything in between. I'm doing sound. I'm doing posters, and yeah, just
That's the full
whatever.
stack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teaching, whatever, whoever wants to pay me for something. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So, how
Yeah.
did you first get into music? Like, did you start with a particular instrument?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was always like a creative person, so I think I was
Hmm.
like creating art and other mediums
Yeah.
before music, and I just I don't know, I was just like a teenager, probably 15 or something, and a lot of my friends were like playing in bands, and I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to do it, so so I started, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that,
And you
yeah, so I
So, like,
started.
was that around you, like, so that's like high school. Like, so when
Yeah.
was the first time you like sort of actually produced a song or performed live with a band?
Yeah, I mean, I I really I didn't play any instruments beforehand, so
Hmm.
I wasn't learning or I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I was
okay.
starting from really far behind like a lot of my friends, but they
Mhm.
already kind of had something set up, so they were already kind of doing shows. I mean, for me, I was like writing a lot of poetry, for example, so before I could play anyone else's song. I was already like kind of making things on my own. It's just a
Right.
natural uh, thing for me, I guess, to do that. And then I was lucky
Yeah.
that I had friends like that who were already doing shows, and I had like a
Mhm.
way to get in a little bit, and to have people that would support me and give me some confidence and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because it's like you were sort of just adjacent to, those groups which like just had the support systems needed for you to like sort of like put your way in. You could be involved with music in more than one ways than another, right? Like as you mentioned, you did sound for them or, like you
Yeah,
were just like trying out different instruments, whatever suited you. So like that actually is very adjacent to like the open mics you usually host, right? Because like that's a sort of experience curated for crowds like that. Like I, for example, one of the first times I played on stage, I think in Toronto, was at one of your open mics.
yeah,
So it really like that kind of culture really helps people, uh, get into music when they have not really like professionally trained on it or like have really like ambitiously set upon like a goal like that. So yeah, tell me more about that. Like what kind of how long have you been, doing open mics for, and what's the number one thing you've gotten out of it?
yeah. I mean, I like growing up, I was in more bands like with my friends, so I never really did any open mic stuff. And we
Hmm.
get older and we go our separate ways and we do other
Yeah.
things. And I I wouldn't have expected that I would have ended up like as an open mic host, especially the first
Hmm.
few that I went to. I was kind of alone and I didn't know anyone, and it's hard to meet people. Like I just felt like a weirdo, like going up to people after their set, being like, "Wow, that was really
Yeah.
good." Like, and they're like, "Who are you?" I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's like a really nervous, yeah,
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's part of um, why I'm a good open mic host.
Hmm.
Is just because I it took me a long time to. Maybe I'm still not like comfortable on stage, or
Yeah.
just like breaking the ice with people or hanging out with other musicians. So I don't know, people I'm really passionate since I've been doing open mic. My first one I hosted was like 2019. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I've been doing it for a long time, and I really like it, and you know, I've become super passionate about open mic
Yeah.
cultures and etiquettes and things like that. So
Yeah.
I have all kinds of like theories about it for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, like that's like 7 years of, seeing so many musicians come on stage. Some are professional, some have never done any, like
yeah,
never even touched a mic before. And some, like some people have something prepared, whereas some people just like to collab with the musicians they just met on stage and then just like come up with something live, right?
yeah,
So can you tell us more about like how you've seen some interesting stories, but on like that?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think in general, I mean, this is just for me personally. It's like my open mic is kind of like, it's not quite an open jam. It's somewhere in between. But I
Mhm.
do like to encourage people to like, I say, to go mess it up together, you know, like,
Yeah,
especially these days, like, if you want people to hear your song, like, there's probably more efficient mediums for that of like making a
yeah,
TikTok or whatever it is, like, that
yeah,
you can get like a captive audience that's going to listen. Like the open mic, at least my open mic, is more like a band practice. We're hanging out,
right.
we're talking, we're laughing, we're drinking. Every once in a while, we might play a song. We're probably going to swap instruments, like just things like
Yeah,
that.
in the middle.
Yeah. And so I think like for me, like creating that environment where people are like, because it's open mic, like no one's there to see you. It doesn't matter. Like you're gonna mess it up no matter how much you practice. You're gonna mess it up. So it's like you might as well do it.
Exactly.
You might as well do it here. Like so, I have
Yeah.
all kinds of ways that I kind of like get people to just like let
It's a
go
safe
a
space
little
to
bit.
mess up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's all we're there to do. You know. Oh, I don't think so. It's still counting for me. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I don't know what happened there, but like I was stuck in the middle. So sorry, go ahead. We were talking about open mics and the yeah, like so actually this would be a nice place to differentiate between what a jam is, what an open mic is, what a rehearsal is, and like how all that is very different from, like a person recording a song because there's no room to do retakes or revisions, etc. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that as someone who's done all of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, different, I guess different people are going to have different ones that they prefer, that they feel like they're better at,
Yeah.
uh, or that, you know, just based on the project are more suitable. Like these days, I'm doing a lot of things, but one of them is not rehearsing. I never rehearse. Like, I'm,
Okay.
I've
You
been
don't like
like,
that.
no, for example, like have like a residency. I'm doing like one show every week, and every week it's a different band with me. Maybe they know each other, maybe they don't.
Maybe.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. And I don't tell them
Yeah.
what the songs are. No practicing. Just and I have tricks that make it really simple that I could do that. And I've
Okay.
learned over the years, kind of built this system. But yeah,
Mhm.
for me, like yeah, there's definitely going to be times where it's beneficial to rehearse.
Yeah,
But
like I mean,
yeah,
I guess it takes other musicians off the, like they're not ready for that because they're very, used to knowing exactly what they're going to perform, having like a lot of time to know how they're going to do it
mm,
and like, to polish it up beforehand. But then putting it up on the spot in a weird way brings out like that flow state or like, the creativity like on right then and there. I feel like that's like a truer form of expression as well.
yeah,
But yeah, like, so can you tell me more about like this residency? Are you hosting it or are you like a part of this with some institution, and what is it exactly?
yeah, it's just me. So I just somehow convinced the venue to like give me it's like every Thursday I play, and I just and, and because I'm not like getting paid that much for it, but
Hmm.
I can't really pay my band, and there's no way that anyone would show up every week
Yeah,
for no
yeah,
money. So I just kind of, especially since I'm meeting people at the open mic, at my open mics, is that like it just gives me a chance to like extend relationships and build friendships, not only between myself and others, but also between the people in my band. Where I'm like, I really think that like so and so should play with so and so, and they would get along,
Yeah,
and try to get them in
yeah,
a
the
band together.
collaborative, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and in some ways, yeah, it's a good like because the thing with open mics is like it can grow a bit stagnant. You feel like you're there and it's the same people and there's no real anything coming of it or whatever. Um,
hmm,
so it's nice to have a way that uh, it can lead into something more just in a natural way where it's like, hey, I've seen you play, I've seen you make it up and mess it up, and I know you're going to be fine. That's why I'm
right.
asking you. Yeah. So
Yeah,
just like, are you free next Thursday? Yeah, just come and yeah, don't worry about working too hard. I don't want anyone to feel like they're working when they're playing with me. I just want
yeah.
it to,
I feel it's like
yeah, I just want,
it's a safe space to, not even a safe space, just like it's a hobby in a sense, but it's also like you want to keep the momentum going, so that's why you're encouraging people to not just show up, but then like show up in different ways, try a different instrument maybe once in a while, or try like getting out of their comfort zone and like talking to other musicians. And I
yeah,
personally think that's like really great because it puts you musicians like may have a harder time to just like instantly open up. Like first it's just like really hard to even play with other instruments right on the spot. But I feel
right,
like, yeah, one your open mics definitely create like a very unique sort of position there in which like people feel comfortable to just like show up and just like try it out, and like they have no like harm comes from it basically.
right,
And I've had people who have met there who who were just like, okay, yeah, I've never really performed before. Like I've never even like thought about singing a song, but today I'm like feeling like it. And it's not like it's like a they could have just done it at a karaoke or whatever, but or in their bathroom. But like it's like it's that particular stage. I feel like, yeah, you have like a knack for building that comfort within people. And yeah, I'm really glad that you bring that innate talent to the scene. But yeah, like tell me more about like Toronto music scene and like your opinions on it. As someone who was an outsider to Toronto, I've found that Toronto is like, it doesn't really have a very specific niche kind of music that, it can really own. So, like how do you compare it to, uh, you know, let's say particular niches that you find in like the States, like, or, even in UK and stuff, like there's very specific niches. So how does Toronto's, multiculturalness like uh, contribute to that?
yeah. I mean, this, I think like the music scene as a whole, I like only know a fragment of, like my little
Yeah.
section. It's a
Yeah.
very kind of like narrow experience because I'm not signed to labels and going to the big SoCan
True.
events or whatever's going on, like I would say like just my thoughts in general on the city itself. And I've lived here my whole life. It's just like for me in Toronto, whatever you're looking for, it's there. It's hard to
Yeah.
find, maybe, and
Yeah.
it can be very fractured.
Yeah.
Everyone's in their own little pockets, and it's hard to kind of like intermingle with the different pockets and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so I think that no matter what you're looking for in Toronto, it's here. But whether you can find it or not is a different question. I think that as a
It's a
whole,
big game of hide and seek. Yeah.
yeah. And as a whole, like the character of the city doesn't lend itself to breaking that because Toronto is always seeking, like, it's my big issue with Toronto, as much as I love it, is that we don't
Yeah.
believe in ourselves enough, you know?
Hmm.
Like, I don't know if you know the sports teams here, but like, there's the NBA and the NHL. Those are the ones we care about. The CFL, like the second best,
Yeah.
we don't care at all. We're waiting for the validation from this is the world class. Then maybe we're
Yeah.
going to care. If local artists come out with things like, we don't really care, but if Drake comes out with something because he's been validated by the rest of the world, all of a
That's
sudden,
really interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
City Hall is going to start and they're going to be like, oh, congratulations, Drake, on your new album. And it's like, it's not that they shouldn't support a Toronto artist. It's just that it will only happen. Toronto will only embrace once there's that external validation.
External.
You're number
Yeah.
one. And I'm sorry to go on my own little diatribe here, but that's
No, no,
really
no. Go
like
ahead, please.
that-
Yeah.
that's really part of my thesis with how I'm doing my open mics now is that I'm hosting
Hmm.
them like kind of uptown in a part of the city where no one thinks about live music. There's not really
Right.
live music venues around, and part of my thesis is that like it doesn't matter that it's not the number one cool neighborhood where all the other venues are. It's like there's still lots of cool people around, and probably like a huge radius. I'm the closest open mic to them. It's like
Yeah.
there's so many like talented, beautiful people around us, no matter where we are in Toronto or in the suburb of Toronto or on the other
Yeah.
side of the world. Like, there's always going to be cool people if you like allow yourself to see that.
Someone willing to jam out. No, like the external validation thing is sort of like I felt it in the sense of school spirit. Like I think that when I'm from University of Toronto, and not just in U of T, but even from the surrounding universities, I've never seen people really be like loyal to their school
Yeah.
teams or anything. Like they don't even show up to the games of their number one sports team. There's
No.
absolutely no interest in like having like that school spirit or like having like wearing like a blues t-shirt or
Yeah.
something like that. It's purely just aesthetic. And yes, of course, like if they do something well and the news validates it, then like sure it goes forward. And coming back to your second point of like Toronto, like it's you'll find things, but like the specific thing you're looking for is going to be like pretty much hidden, and you'll have to really like try a few things to you find your particular pocket. Because for me, I tried like looking for a place to find like where I could play drums in Toronto since 2017, and only like in 2021 or 2022 was I even able to find like proper places where I could rehearse within a cost that suits me within traveling distance, etc. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's like these popular pockets, right? So just like you mentioned, so I know your open mic is in Yonge Eglinton area, and yes, that is not an area that people traditionally associate with like music culture, because that's more taken by Ossington, Queen West, all that's all those areas. And then people just hop like there because all the professional bands and all the cool like small tiny desk concerts are happening there. But I feel like these niche areas here and like even down south on Young Street a little bit, there are definitely these hidden pockets where people are like jamming, they're having the time of their lives. I really have enjoyed like three or four such spots, and I personally would recommend anybody to like reach out for spots if they need recommendation after this podcast. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. That's like a lot about open mic in Toronto music culture. Can you take me a little bit more into, what you're currently working on? I see you have listed yourself as a member of a band called Five Others. And so what kind of music is that? What are you experimenting with in terms of music theory or some techniques you've learned over time that you're applying for your next songs?
Yeah, I mean, Five Others is kind of like it's just me. It's just me. It's so basically like maybe around the time that I started hosting open mics, like 2019, I also started just like
Mhm.
producing my own stuff more. Um, and part of it was just to like learn to let go instead of like
Mhm.
it's like just make it and move on.
Yeah.
And like in a way, I think I was just trying to like prove that I existed. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's really
and
interesting. Yeah.
slowly over time, like I started to get a bit better at producing. I'm still like not really a good producer, I would say.
Yeah.
Like I think I can do my stuff that I make as Five Others is just demos. So um,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I, so I like to like fool around, and there's different things that I think I've found while recording that I'm good at, or I don't know, or
Nice.
it worked out. um,
Yeah.
and then some that definitely didn't. Yeah, but yeah. So like these days, I guess like it started as like I just wanted to have like kind of like two songs, three songs every month, like just make something, move on.
Yeah.
And that's kind of evolved to the point now where it's kind of like maybe I'll do like 10 songs every year kind of thing, like just have like a little mixtape of everything that I was working on that year. And
Hmm.
it's kind of gotten to a point where like I don't know, maybe I wanted to make something more like intentional. Uh,
Yeah.
just because, like, as you can see, I hate practicing. I hate
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
too hard.
You
Yeah, yeah,
mentioned it.
I hate thinking too
Yeah.
much about anything. Yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
do it, do it, do it. So like, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should like focus and try to work with a producer who actually knows what they're doing, or
Yeah.
I have lots of friends, for example, that I'm playing with live a lot, but like for some reason I'm still drawing in the MIDI keys with my mouse, instead of getting one of my keys
Yeah.
players to do it. So like, yeah, so it's like I think that like I'm still trying to find the balance right now. I guess I'm trying to like
Hmm.
experiment and record with different people and try different things. Like I think I've been doing like a lot of live streams,
Hmm.
like of my shows on like my YouTube channel, but also making like a better like live video that someone's actually filming. And I also did like a song with like a producer this year.
Hmm.
Um, I also been like I guess playing with more people like for their live shows, but also
Yeah.
um, like, man, I did this like, and here's the thing, like, not really in my life have I done much of this, but it exists. Is that like uh, a friend of mine asked me to come play with her. She was doing
Hmm.
this like songwriting TV show or something, and I was expecting
Interesting.
to like get some guy with his iPhone filming us, but like I got there and there's like two directors and like five camera guys, and I have my own room and they're bringing me food.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on, man? Like my whole life.
Yeah.
Where has this been?
It's
Yeah,
like it
no.
leads you up to opportunities like that, even like just trying things around. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that like at this point, like, yeah, I'm doing a bunch of things. I think musically, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to get weirder and like for a
Hmm. More
while.
experimental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a
No,
while I
I feel
was.
like so you mentioned like producing even 10 songs up to 10 songs a year, and like that number has like sort of gone up in frequency. So I'm like, obviously, like with practice, you start making songs faster, and like you start like, obviously, like you make lesser mistakes, and you know what kind of settings you need to tune to get what results, etc., etc., right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, take me through like a standard like song procedure at this point, like from conception to launch. Obviously, like the song itself will be different, but like there must be some soft framework that's already been built around at this point that that helps you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that like especially for people that speak more than one language, like sometimes you can have like a different voice depending on what language you're speaking or writing or
Yeah.
thinking in, like you're gonna have different patterns and different parts of your personality that come out. And I think language and instruments for me are like always good parallels of like
Hmm.
like if I start one song with just the lyrics, or one song with just the vocal melody, or one song with just the guitar, or one song with just the bass. So like I'm just trying to like
Hmm.
mix it up, start with something different, like especially if I'm like used to writing on like guitar and
Yeah.
coming up with a vocal melody. It's like, no, screw that. I'm gonna do something completely different. I'm gonna start with the drums, and just
Yeah.
to just to shake it up a little. Because I'm yeah,
It's
I'm
just
just trying.
like, yeah, it's a conversation between those different instruments in some sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, sometimes I'll have an idea for a long time and like be meticulous is not the right word, but let's
Yeah.
use. But
Like
like,
it takes time to synthesize it into like an actual result.
yeah, but then a
Yeah.
lot of the times too, I'm just like, I have nothing right now. I'm just gonna open my DAW and I'm just gonna like do something. I'm just gonna start with a piano
Yeah.
part
Just fuck
and we'll
around,
see.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just trying as like a bunch that way, like because I don't, as much as you were saying, like it's good to like I have settings that I know I like or like preset
Mm-hmm.
drum mix that I like to use, but like also you don't want it to get too like stuck in
Yeah.
you. It's like you still want to try something that's a different, even if like something worked before. Like, and this is part of
Yeah.
me. This is part of me not practicing and like having a different band
No,
every night.
I
It's
think
like,
you just like to be more spontaneous with music. I feel like it's just like
yeah,
your thing, and that's okay. Like it's not a like practice versus non-practice thing. No, but
yeah.
like so what are you excited about next, like in your musical career, I guess, or like what are some things you're looking forward to? Is there some instrument you haven't mastered yet that you want to really try? Or, like are you like you said, like you're getting more intentional with songs. So do you have something in mind with that? Like you want to like apply some skills and condense your personality in some sense?
Yeah. I mean, right now I love to um play the drums,
Nice.
especially I'm not super good. I'm just like a coffee shop drummer, but I love to sing while I play the drums, like I love to,
That's
yeah.
really hard to do together. Yeah.
For me it's not like, for me, like for example, like I'm a way better bass player than I am a drummer. But for some
Okay.
reason I can't play bass and sing. It's too hard. I
But
can
you
play
can drum and
drums
sing?
and sing. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm a
It's to me.
drummer and I can't do that at all. I cannot. I lose my flow, I lose my sticking. I need to focus on one thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
Can't
think
do it.
like the drums, like I really like. I was never really good at them until I started hosting open mics, and I was just around them more. And I don't know. It's like slowly, it's like I learned French and Italian, and the Spanish just came to me one day.
Yeah. Just like any other thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but that's really great that like you're applying yourself in drums. I'd be more than happy to see more of like your drum videos or something. But yeah,
thanks.
like so in terms of your already produced music, etc., do you want to shout out any links or any channels that you want the listeners or audience to see? Check out.
I
Or you're
mean,
open to
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
okay,
don't
that's
care
okay.
that much about my music. I mean,
Yeah.
I think like my YouTube has just the most things. Like the
Hmm.
Bandcamp is like that's the way to like truly shout out because they
Hmm.
support their artists a lot.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, I mean, I try to have my stuff everywhere. So yeah, I'm not. I'm really like not good at the whole self promotion thing.
Social management thing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah.
coming up with like
I'll
a
still like
cohesive
link
brand.
I'll still
Yeah.
link your Spotify and your YouTube
Oh
in
yeah.
the captions for anybody who wants to check out. And Greg hosts open mic every Thursday night at Function Bar Toronto. So anybody who's listening who's in Toronto and just wants like a stage, please go check it out. I hope it's okay that I promoted that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's Sundays and Tuesdays. Yeah.
Sundays and Tuesdays. I'm so sorry.
No
So
worries.
I'll also mention that in the caption.
Mhm.
But yeah, thank you everybody for listening. I'll see you guys next time on the Noteless podcast. This was Gregory, Sasha, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.